So Charmaine Browne is a public health nutritionist, research scientist, and online wellness influencer that shares healthy juices, smoothies, health and wellness content to educate her community on nutrition and healthy food choices to prevent disease. Charmaine received her master's degree in public health nutrition from the University of Westminster in London, UK, where she lived for 4 years. She is a native New Yorker of Black, British, and Jamaican descent, currently residing in Queens. She loves to host events, travel, visit exhibitions, and try new restaurants in the city. So can we get a round of applause to welcome her up here?
Hi, everyone. How are you? I met some of you outside while we were eating. It's very nice to be here. And I'm so glad it's like 80 degrees, because I was telling some of you when I came from New York, it was like 60-something. So it's very beautiful. And thank you for that lovely introduction, Charmaine, my fellow Caribbean sister, and all of you are my sisters. So I'm old-fashioned with some cue cards, but I just wanted to get started and introduce you to the session, and we're going to talk about mindful eating. And first, I wanted to jump off with our intention for mindful eating. So I felt like the very beginning meditation kind of grounded us to what do we want out of this experience? And so since you all still have your notepads in your hand, I want you to write down 1 to 2, whatever you feel most comfortable doing, and ask yourself, what do I hope to cultivate in my relationship with food? So I'll say that question again. What do I hope to cultivate with my relationship with food? So to get you thinking, my example, because I thought about this when I was on the train, is I choose to eat with purpose and presence, not pressure. So take a minute. What do I hope to cultivate with my relationship with food? Dr. Esosa, can they put that in their card as well? Yeah, if you didn't seal, because that would be something for you to revisit. Obviously, the goal is to create healthier habits, and your relationship with food is extremely important. So no matter where you are in your wellness journey, that relationship is key to changing your lifestyle sustainably. Okay, so raise of hands if you finished writing your intention. Do you need a minute? Okay, good. So majority said yes. All right, so this is going to be a little bit more interactive. And I wanted to start off by asking you, what do you think mindless eating is? Before we get into mindful eating, what is mindless eating? You can shout out.
Going in the pantry when you're not hungry.
Yeah, that's definitely mindless. Any other examples? Yes. And we're going to get to that. Yes, emotional eating, absolutely. And so mindless eating is that. So those are great examples. You're not attentive. You're eating while distracted. So they also refer to it as distracted eating. And so you probably have those moments where you're eating while you're scrolling. You're eating while you're watching TV. So TV is your company. You could be eating while you're checking emails, because we're all very important when we're juggling so many things. And so you actually see that among people who are high achieving, maybe they have a side business, and so eating is like a nuisance, and basically they're just fitting it in. Do you know how many people I know that just don't eat breakfast? Oh, I'm so busy. I get up at like 5. I don't have time. I'm not hungry at that time. And then those people tend to overeat during the day. Their blood sugar is not balanced. And then you're craving all types of things because you're skipping meals. And so really that's not sustainable. And jumping into the next topic of mindful eating, now that we understand what mindless eating is, when you hear about mindful eating, what do you think? It's intentional. So it's literally opposite of mindless. You are intentionally choosing food that is good for your body. Sometimes we don't always have the time to make our food, which is okay, but you are intentionally choosing foods that are good for you. you are setting time aside to eat. So you're not eating your bagel on the train, you are sitting down, you are making time to eat your breakfast, and you are clearing all distractions. And so we'll get into some mindful eating tips, but really you want to eat with purpose. You want to consider the nutritional benefits of the food that you're eating. And you want to be just physically and emotionally aware, because someone shouted out emotional eating. So when are you reaching for food? Is it when you're bored? Do you eat a little bit more when it's a social setting? You realize, oh wow, I had 5 drinks. Are you eating when you are angry? Are passing the time? So just being aware, and that's something that's tied to mindful eating, is awareness and presence. And so let's go through the principles of mindful eating, and then we're gonna do an activity. So one is acknowledge. That is the first principle. Where is your food coming from? So acknowledgement also means engaging. So what is the color? What is the smell of my food? A very colorful plate, I'm sure you heard this, is loaded with nutrients. So that is a nutritionally diverse plate when it has different colors. What you've noticed is McDonald's is not very colorful, right? The burger bun, the fries, the nuggets. And so being aware of the smell, the texture, the color of your food, that's very important, right? Is it nutritional? Is it safe to eat? Portion control. So being mindful of not overeating and portioning your food appropriately. Chewing thoroughly. Now that goes back to the mindless eating, and that's something that's so small. You're like, why is that important? Chewing thoroughly could help you easily digest your food, and you're taking time, you're slowing down. Oftentimes when you're rushing, you're like 5 minutes, your meal is done. A meal that took an hour to cook. Mindlessly shoving it down because you're trying to get to the next thing. Because you're, like I said, fitting it in. Like, oh, I have to fit in dinner. Oh, let me just fit this meal in so I could just get to the next thing. Like it's a task, right? So you want to portion control, chew slowly, and eat your food thoroughly. Now you want to eat for your health. How important is that? I don't think people consider that, eating for longevity, eating for your health. Food is medicine, right? So you want to sustainably eat and eat to prevent diseases, right? So if you're eating McDonald's every day for 2 decades, you might end up with hypertension. And some people say, oh, by the time I'm 60 something, it's inevitable that I'll have these conditions. Well, if you live a particular lifestyle for decades, when you get to 65, you might, because you're increasing your risk. So eating this way and being mindful and making healthy choices, by the time you get to your 60s, your risk of hypertension and other diseases will be at lower risk, right, than that person that chose not to. And so with that said, I want to get into an activity, but I want to highlight some other very key tips to help you eat mindfully in the future and as you walk away from this session, is try eating with family and friends. And as you know, in many cultures, shared meals is a part of tradition. And when you share a meal with family and friends, you're able to take your time, have thought-provoking conversation, and so instead of 5 meals of scuffing down your dinner, you're now enjoying your dinner, breakfast or lunch, right, with family and friends, and it's 30 minutes has passed. And you're taking your time, you're having a conversation and enjoying your meal. So you want to make mealtime a little bit more enjoyable. You want to create a relaxing environment. So turn off the television. Turn off the TV. Whether you live alone, right, you don't need the TV to keep you company. Turn off the television and put your phone aside. You don't have to text that person right away while you're eating, right? I just think some people would like to be entertained. Or talking to their friend while they're eating and the food's going down the wrong and you're choking. Oh, sorry. So, take a minute, turn the TV off, put your phone aside, right? So you're creating a relaxing environment and you're making mealtime enjoyable. And you want to pace yourself. So I don't know if you've heard this, but many studies show that it should take about 20 minutes to eat your meal. Then I tried that because I'm hosting this session on mindful eating. Like, I think I actually ate that in 10 to 15. And I turned the TV off. I'm like drinking my coffee slow. I'm like, wow, that was under 20. But they said pace yourself and set a timer. Like, try it out. Set a timer to 20 minutes and eat your food. See how much time it takes without the texting and the scrolling on Instagram. So those tips are extremely helpful. And so now we want to go into our next activity. So I brought lychee all the way from New York. I hope it's still in good condition. I went to the food bazaar. Thank you. Okay, so have you guys heard of this fruit, lychee? Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm just going to pass the bag around. You're gonna take one. I have 2 bags. I should have enough for everyone. And then once you each take one, I'm gonna give you the instructions. Okay, so you take 1 lychee and then pass it around. Okay, don't eat it yet. I think that goes. When's the last time you guys had lychee? Last year? Oh, it's not common. I have to go to like the special market for it. Keep passing it around. Okay, so as I think this side still needs. Okay, so this back row over here, if there's still some left, are you able to share with the other side? Okay, great. So yeah, there's definitely enough for everyone. Okay, so the lychee is getting to everyone. So someone said the last time they had lychee was last year. Has anyone, they have never seen this fruit before? That's like 50%. You've never seen this. Never heard of it. You never heard of lychee? Oh, I'm so glad I chose this fruit. I am so glad I chose this fruit. Lychee martini, oh my goodness. You've heard of that though, right? Oh my gosh. This is definitely a ladies' event. Okay, so great. So some of us heard of lychee martinis, right? So this is where it comes from. This is what's in your martinis. This is the fruit, raw. And so reminding ourselves of what our practice should be when we're mindfully eating, I thought this was a good example because this fruit has many layers, right? So there's another layer beneath the skin. So first you want to acknowledge the lychee fruit and observe it. So feel the skin, and you feel that it's kind of rough, right? Yeah. And it's kind of hard, but you feel that there's something soft inside. Yeah. And smell it. Like passion fruit kind of, right? So yeah, so you want to engage with the lychee, feel the skin, smell it. Now I want you to kind of, oh, you guys are unfamiliar with the lychee. I might need an example. You want to kind of puncture it a little bit. And now we're gonna open the lychee. Oh, there you go. So take off the skin slowly. Okay. Okay, some of you have long nails, right? You just want to pop. Ooh. So take off the skin. There you go. Like this. You see the skin coming off? Okay, so you should see that it's like white on the inside. Okay, you could take the skin off and you could eat this. All right. So completely peel the skin off, and it's like a little egg inside, right? All right, and don't be afraid. Do you want me to eat it with you? I promise it's safe. It's good. There's a seed inside. It is very, very sweet. I'm sorry I took your lychee. Okay, different? Is it like good different? Okay, good. It's sweet. It's like, what would you compare it to? For the people who have never tried lychee before, what fruit would you compare it to, like the taste? Aloe, texture of aloe. Great, and then the taste of, it's sweet like peach. That's a great, yeah, sweet pear, sweet peach, it's really good. Get it, that's a good one, yeah. Great comparisons, good. So, since we don't really see lychee selling generally in the stores, right? So we may not be aware of what the nutritional benefits are. It is high in vitamin C and potassium. And it's only in season May through September, so that's probably why we don't see it often. Yes, so now is the season. So you've probably tried it other times, you're like, I don't. So this one is a good one, okay. So the season for lychee is May through September, and this is often what I teach people. It's like, oh, I can't afford to eat healthy, right? Or try new things. But when you buy fruits and vegetables in season, it's more affordable, and it will have more nutritional value. And so that's just a tip, right? So as you're looking to try different fruits and vegetables, domestically, lychee is actually grown here in the States, Florida and California, but mostly imported. So these ones that you're eating today are from Mexico, and they also come from Vietnam, South Africa, Australia. So we get them from many countries. I have to put this lychee down. It's okay, I'll hold on to the lychee. Thank you very much, thank you. All right, and so did everyone put their lychee away? Okay, we need some napkins up front. So I hope you enjoyed that fruit tasting. And I just wanted us to take a minute or two. If you guys could chat in maybe groups of 3 to 4, like the front row. So maybe like groups of 3 to 4. I'm gonna give you guys 1 to 2 minutes, and I would like you to discuss what are some emotional triggers that lead you to eat the wrong things. And so I know you don't have to think about it yourself, but maybe chat in little groups, and then I'm gonna ask a couple of you to call out. Okay, take 1 to 2 minutes. Oh, can I have a napkin? Thank you. Oh, I'll take a water. Thank you. good for time, right? I'm good for time, right?
We were already behind, so now we're just freestyling.
Okay, good. Good to know. Okay, because this was kind of like the last segment. Okay. Okay. All right, everyone, let's bring it back in. So I'm going to ask, hi ladies, I'm going to ask a few of you to call out some of the triggers that you mentioned. I heard one over here. Stress. Who else said stress? Wow. Oh, wow. So yeah, stress really does trigger us to sometimes overeat, choose the wrong foods. 100%. Yes. Hormones. That's a good, yes. That's a good one. Yes. Yeah. Honestly, even as a wellness advocate, when is that time of the month? What I'm reaching for and then what I'm craving, but then you try to overcome that by making healthy swaps. You know, like I try to do, okay, fruit sorbet if I'm craving something, or, you know, or maybe a smoothie instead of the Haagen-Dazs, right? You have to try my smoothies. You have to try my smoothies. We have to try my smoothies. Yes.
Chocolate for what?
Dark chocolate must stay. Chocolate stays. We're not swapping chocolate. Yeah.
I would allow myself to have the satisfaction of the craving, because what I notice is if I deprive myself, I then overeat when I finally do give in.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of rationalize it in my head.
That is not a bad way of thinking. That is a really good rationalization, right? So instead of binge eating, essentially, right? Okay, let me give myself that little thing that I've been thinking about and craving, but in small portion. And I'm like, okay, that tastes good, right? And right, because when you see it, there's a lot of women, unfortunately, that get into these fad diets, and they'll take out carbs completely, like they're completely removing an essential macronutrient. And then when they start eating carbs again, it's overload, right? And they may have like gained more weight than they've lost on that no carb diet. So it is very good to practice portion control. Yes, and even if you are making a lifestyle change and you're changing your eating patterns and trying to make healthier choices, it's okay to give yourself a little something. That's why chocolate stays. Yeah. That must remain. But I wonder what other emotional triggers came up for you. Then the hormones, the time of the month, yes. Stress. Sadness. That is, I'm so glad you said that, because I actually featured on, I don't know if you know Dr. Judith Joseph. Yes, she's a psychiatrist. I did an episode on her podcast. I didn't release yet, and I speak about food as medicine for anxiety and depression. And it is very interesting because a lot of people think that you're treating depression, it's just mental health services. A lot of people, when they're depressed or have anxiety, they're either gaining a lot of weight or losing a lot of weight. And so you notice that, right? When someone is either having a mental health emergency, that's there. And so oftentimes they're not provided with guidance on how to eat or what they should eat to not trigger their anxiety and what's helpful. And so that's a whole nother topic. And so you do have foods, especially like the highly processed foods, that do trigger those emotions. And so you have foods that could help ease the anxiety. And so that's extremely important. When people are sad and they may be experiencing some mental health issues, they tend to overeat and they're not mindfully eating, right? Because there's something going on. There's a mental health emergency. So that is a good trigger that you've mentioned. That's very important. Were there any other triggers that came up in your discussions?
We discussed something
Oh, joyous occasion, yeah, happiness. So it's like complete sadness, and then the other spectrum is happiness. Yes, where we overindulge. Yeah. So even like the holidays, people fear the holidays. We fear it. Thanksgiving, and we just know that the overindulging is gonna come, the desserts, the too large plates. And so what I even recommend is before large dinners, having like a high fiber snack like a fruit a couple hours before dinner so you're not overeating, and eat regular portions. Who cares if it's Thanksgiving? You don't need a whole plate of macaroni and cheese, right? You have a Tupperware and you take maybe another meal. Oh, if you want to try the salmon and that, but tonight you maybe have the roast lamb. You don't need the roast lamb, salmon, and the pork, and all of them on one plate, but you can fully enjoy what's been cooked by eating regular portions, healthy portions, the day of, and then maybe taking some leftovers for the next day. And so yeah, some people dread the holidays because of that, right? Oh, now I have to break my routine because Christmas is coming up. And so yeah, you could definitely still have healthy holidays and healthy celebrations. And that was pretty much it, unless anyone had any final emotional triggers that they wanted to share. When you're tired. Yes. Boredom, tired. Yes, there's a lot of studies that actually link lack of sleep with overeating. And I don't know, I think I was talking with you one-to-one when I said that activity, if I had a wellness fairy godmother, what would I wish for? Like better sleep, because I'm juggling so many things. And so when you lack sleep, you just lack energy. And then you're always reaching for something that's gonna give me energy. And that's the sweet stuff. And you're reaching for the wrong things, right? Because now you're tired and you need energy. So what are some natural energy boosters, right? That could be vitamin C. It doesn't have to be the Red Bull or the third cup of coffee, right? And so, yeah, that's very important. But that, I'm getting time, so my time is up. Hopefully you got some great helpful tips, and thank you so much for your time.